Hello there and welcome to another episode blah 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 blah. Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Cutting Through the Bullshit. I'm your host, Dr. Stephanie Snyder, and I am a high performance mentor. Through my unique blend of strategy, mindset, and intuition, I help men and women to cut through the BS in order to create the life and business they desire. So this is take 2 because I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb and my video cut out. And so we're going to try this episode again. And we're going to talk about a recent conversation that I had with my 16-year-old daughter. We were in Massachusetts last week, and I think it was Saturday morning, whichever, it doesn't really matter. We had started to talk about learning by looking or learning by doing. And she said, well, I can learn by looking. And I said, you know, that's a valid point, right? Like if you watch a video, yes, you'll learn something, but you won't truly know how to do something until you do it, right? So, for instance, water skiing. Yes, you could probably learn the basic fundamentals of water skiing just by looking at someone water skiing, but you won't truly understand the balance of getting up on your skis until you're actually doing it. And I think this is the thing that scares a lot of people from actually doing what it is that they desire to do, because knowledge is only potential power. You can know something, but you won't truly know until you actually do it, right? Like you'll learn about it, but you won't necessarily be capable of it, if that makes sense. Those are definitely better words for it. So you'll know it, but you won't be capable of achieving the thing until you actually do it, right? And I think so oftentimes we get caught up in the, let me learn more, let me know more, and then maybe I'll feel more capable. And that's not how it works, really and truly, right? You can know more and never truly feel capable. But if you're doing the thing, that allows you to actually create the confidence in your capability to execute it, right? To actually follow through with it. And yes, a lot of us, I mean, even at the young age, we learn by watching our parents, right? You watch your parents walk, which is how you know that that's something, but you don't become capable of walking until you've actually done it yourself, till you actually practice it and try it and test it out. And then you learn your own way. And I do really feel like this is something that trips up a lot of people because they spend so much time consuming the information and oftentimes feeling inadequate in their knowledge that they don't ever truly feel capable of doing it. And doing it is going to make you feel way more capable for the next couple of rounds than it is actually moving forward. And this is that, I talk about this quite frequently, the concept of self-efficacy, right? You can learn how to write a paper, but until you're actually writing a paper, until you're actually doing it, you won't necessarily feel capable of writing a paper. This was the process that I went through working on my Ph.D. program, or working through my Ph.D. program rather. I had never written a dissertation before. No idea how to do it. Now, I could have sat and watched videos all day long on how to do it, and I would have gained some more knowledge, but it wouldn't have got me any closer to finishing a dissertation. And so this concept of self-efficacy was something that my dissertation chair actually talked with me a lot about. And he said very briefly, if you can write a paper, you can write a dissertation, because a paper is nothing more than, a dissertation is nothing more than a longer paper. And by breaking it down that way, I begin to gain the confidence in my capability to do it because I had already done multiple papers. I can't even tell you how many papers I wrote through undergrad and graduate school. I mean, hundreds, if not thousands of papers that I had written prior to ChatGPT, right? Like where you actually had to write these papers and you couldn't just put in prompts into the computer and it spit out a paper for you. a little salty about that, by the way. No, actually, I love the fact that I did actually go through that process myself. It made me a much better person. And so for that, right, I gained the confidence in my capability because I tested it. I tried it. I worked on it. I did the thing repeatedly and ultimately got better at it, right? Now, could I go write another dissertation? Yes. Do I want to? No. But it just goes to show that the confidence is there based off of actually doing it. Okay. Now, there may be a level of confidence that you have simply by watching someone else do it. But I mean, similar fashion, really, as I'm having this conversation with you, I'm getting more and more little ticks of like, this was a situation, this was a situation, this is where you did it and gained the confidence, this is where you did it and gained the confidence. Okay, another example, right? My sourdough bread, because I was just talking with a friend this morning about her sourdough bread. She said, I absolutely cannot start a starter to save my life, right? And I watched all of the videos for weeks, for a month. I was doing all this research, right? Trying to figure out how best to execute this sourdough starter that I had received from a friend. And I thought about it and I considered it, and I never actually started the sourdough. For months I had this starter. And then I said, you know what, screw it, we're gonna try it. Well, I learned way more from actually starting the process than I did with just trying to watch it all happen. Right? There was not enough videos that I could watch that would have actually helped me through the process that I had on my own. And because there is such a plethora of information out there, it can be very easy to get caught in the research mode. You can research and research and research and research and research, but you will never truly know how to do the thing until you execute it. That is going to be the biggest thing in your capability of it. So the doubt will creep in, what if I don't know the thing? Well, what I do know is that I am incredibly resourceful. And yes, I may not know the thing when I start, but I'm sure as heck going to learn along the way. And I'm definitely going to adapt a whole lot faster than maybe some other people, right? And so when my husband and I bought one of our businesses last year, I didn't know all of the things. And there are still some lessons that I learned. But you know what? Some of those lessons, they cost me a couple of dollars, right? Some of them, cost me a big headache. But I was grateful for all of the lessons along the way. And if I had sat and tried to do all of the research, I would have never started in the first place. And so just starting, just do the thing. You're gonna find out something along the way. You're gonna find out what works for you better than what works for somebody else. You can research all day long, but you won't truly know until you do the thing, right? And that's partly where that Nike logo came in. Just do it, right? Like, you're gonna learn way more by doing the thing than you are by watching someone else do it. Way more. So, I'm gonna sign off here. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. And as always, be you, because the world needs more of you. Bye.